Hello and welcome folks to a modern video. We are back, been out of the loop for a minute because of some health issues, but we are back on it and we are doing so in a big way with some new cards from Dominaria United. The number one card that I really wanted to try out from this new set is Soul of Windgrace. This card really spoke to me for very obvious reasons. So it's a 4 mana cat avatar legendary creature. It's a 5/4. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and then you pay 1 green mana and you discard land to gain 3 life. You pay 1 colorless and a red and discard a land to draw a card, and you pay 2 and a black and discard a land, and you can give this indestructible until end of turn and you tap it. So effectively the new wording for regenerate. So obviously this card works out very well with Ren 6, so that's obviously where my mind went. And obviously Ren 6 and this card work very well with Urza Saga. And who works well with Urza Saga? Well, you guessed it. Good old invitational card, Elvish Reclaimer. This is kind of something that I was thinking about in the past and that I remember trying with DRC, and then I also tried out with Ragavan and I thought it was significantly better, so that's the place that I wanted to go for this time around. But obviously I could try to play this in more of a Jund, Tarmogoyf shell, or I can do the thing right and just play Titania as well and, really go for it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Because we're splashing black instead of splashing white, which is what I usually am doing when playing cards like Titania or Reclaimer, I'm not going to have access to the Flagstones package, which can be a little bit of an issue, but what we do get instead is access to Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek. Obviously these cards are going to be fantastically good against the combo decks and stuff like that, which is a pretty big problem for the lands deck in the past. So this is just a different sort of angle for this strategy to take. We're also playing some Fatal Pushes and Lightning Bolts as removal, and obviously Terminate as a way to kill Murktide Regent specifically. Basically nothing else that we care about. We also have a little bit of a package with Urza Saga, with Springleaf Drum, Shadow Spear, Nihil Spellboom, and Asuran Orb. The reason for Springleaf Drum is because, we're trying to cast 4 and 5 drops, so obviously we want to make sure that we have access to enough mana to be able to cast those reliably. A little bit short on the fetch lands with only 10 copies, but I think that I wanted to make room for Urza Saga, and we also have access to the new Triumph, the John the Triumph, and then just like some good like dual lands and stuff. So fairly straightforward mana base with a couple of Bosages to combo with our Ren 6. In the sideboard we have a couple of extra Bosages as well. I've been really liking having access to this versus the big mana matchups, particularly Tron and Amulet, of course. We also have access to Nihil Spellboom, more graveyard hate that we can tutor off of our Urza Saga, an extra copy of Terminate against the big creatures of the format, Veil of Summer versus Discard Spell versus Counterspell decks, Endurance versus the Living Ends of the format and stuff like that, Force of Vigor versus Artifacts, Hammer Time, Thoughtseize and Necromancia and Torak are there for not only giving us a little bit of extra help against combo, but also Torak is absolutely fantastic against the 4-color deck. So this is what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be playing this through a Modern League. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's play some Magic. Alright, let's do this. Well, I mean, Urza Saga is a great card, but is it this good? Where I can just go turn 1, tap land. I guess I want a Thoughtseize on 1 if I keep this hand. It's a double Saga. This seems crazy to me. Alright, let's keep this. I'm ready to get hurt. Double Saga is really good though. Let's get a basic Swamp actually. Thoughtseize here. Wow. That's hella spicy. I probably have to take the Ragavan here, because I don't have answers to it right now. But my opponent is over there doing some interesting stuff. Okay, Scalding Tarn, pass. They could have played Abundant Growth, but they didn't. Okay, that's not a bad draw at all. Confirmed, not a bad draw. So what I can do now is I can go play land. Okay, that's a land that they hadn't shown me. So what I can do now is I can play a land, and I can go find. That's not a good draw. I can go find Springleaf Drum, and that will allow me to cast this Titania on turn 4. So I'm probably gonna fetch like a basic forest here. Okay. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Wow, my opponent's deck is... I guess they're just like trying to do that for Delirium? Okay, discarding Tarn. Again, so we still have almost perfect information about what they got going on. Let's see if my opponent's gonna hit here. Let's get Stomping Ground. Gonna make a construct. Okay, they bubble me. So they know the card that's at the top of my deck. Let's see what that card is. Ragavan. So they have 2 cards in hand. One of them could be... one of them could actually be Counterspell. So do I want to play around Counterspell right here? Or do I... Because what I can do is I can just play a second Saga. I think I'm just going to make a construct. Play another Saga. And I can just go find... oh, I could get Knight of Spellbomb. I think I'm gonna get Springleaf Drum. Because Springleaf Drum allows me to play Monkey here. I guess I can attack for 3. Yeah, so we get in there for 3. That's kind of nice. And here's a Monkey. Alright, so next turn we can play Titania. My plan here is to have my opponent use their Unholy Heat. Oh, Ice Fang. Huh, I wonder if my opponent's playing Counterspell at all. Maybe they're not even playing Counterspell. Okay, so they're probably going to fetch for a basic. And now they're going to tap out for Jace. Minus on my construct. Yeah. Okay. Reclaimer. Reclaimer's nice. So I guess I can go swing with both. If I swing with both, they block here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack with the construct. This is going to trade with the Ice Fang Quaddle. So there goes that. And now I can make another construct. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go land. Let's go land Reclaimer. And I'm just going to get full value from this Saga. Like if my opponent wants to continue minusing their Jace, it's kind of fine with me. Sure. Targeting me when I have a fetch land in play. An interesting strategy. I could have also played Titania, made a token, and then like played Reclaimer, but Time Warp. Oh, okay. It's a little bit scary. That's a little bit scary. I hope that they don't have any sort of combo going on with that. Draw 3. So what I can do is I can find Suranor of the Sursa Saga and then hope to resolve Titania next turn. And then that's going to give me a lot of power. Ren and 6. It's okay. Ping my Monkey. That's fine. Don't care. Bubble. They still have this Unholy Heat. I mean, theoretically. Like, I don't know for a fact whether they have it. So they didn't fetch. They discard Ice Fang. Jeez, my opponent's deck is sure something. It's like Temur Delirium of sorts. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a construct here. I'm probably just gonna fetch for... Interesting. Don't want to attack there. Get a Proving Ground here. Make sure our mana is nice and clean. So we find a Monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, it would be sick to find some removal here. If I make a construct, these are gonna be 4/4s. Yeah, I think actually I want to make a construct here. And then we're gonna make Shadow Spear. Yeah. Yeah, so now we equip Shadow Spear here. And I'm forcing my opponent to like have an answer or chump with Ledger Shredder. Or let their Jace die. Yeah, this still kills Jace. So I'm okay with this. Like, I don't care about this. What I care about is the Jace dying. Okay. So we're killing both of their things. Perfectly fine with that exchange. And now I can get a basic Mountain and play Monkey, say go. If my opponent was to minus Ren, that's a card that they're not drawing, and also the Ren and 6's loyalty goes down instead of up. So monkey down. Yeah, I don't think I want to be doing that, because yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna play Titania, and I guess I get to attack first. Oh no, I guess I can't, because I think it's more valuable for me to play Titania and have the fetch in play. Forgotten Cave Cycle. That's scary. Okay, so if they have another Time Warp, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble now. No Time Warp. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go play Titania, and if this resolves, I'm gonna be in okay shape. They have Counterspell. Dress Down. That sucks. It also kills the construct. If they don't have removal, at least I get a 5/3 out of the deal. Looks like they just joint exploration. Wow. Okay, so my opponent's doing something over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're surely doing something. And they put a land in play too. It's very sexy. Do they have the heat? Lightning Bolt. Okay. Alright. That's very good. Yeah, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble now. Okay, there's a Shredder. They have a Cycle of Forgotten Cave. Drawing through with Jace. Looks like my 6 lands and Thoughtseize hand is not gonna pan out. Man, my opponent has so much stuff going on. Their deck has so much spice going on over there. That's wild. They have Monkey too. Yeah, I guess I knew about the Monkey. Titania. It's not it. Alright. I've been beaten. My opponent knows about spice, let me tell you. So Endurance looks very good. I don't think I care for Terminates. Torak looks pretty sexy as well. Thoughtseize is probably fine. Seiju is kind of whatever. Probably Monkeys are fine on the play, but I don't want them on the draw. Nile Spellbomb's probably fine. I think I would like a second copy, but not a third one. Actually, does Veil of Summer even do anything? I don't think it does. Fatal Push kills Shredder, which is fine. Like 2 copies to keep Shredders in check seems okay to me. Reclaimer seems good. I'm gonna cut 1 Monkey. Let's go with this. It's possible they have Murktide. I mean, I doubt it. I doubt that they have Murktide. Maybe they do. Alright, turn 1 Reclaimer, baby. Let's do this. So, turn 1 Foothills. Fetch land. I think I want to go Overgrown Tomb. The question is, do I want to play Sword Orb? I don't think so. The good thing here is that if my opponent kills my Reclaimer, I'm still fine. I wonder if I should be playing around Blood Moon. I could envision a Blood Moon in my future. Opponent fetches and Triumph. So Reclaimer is good to go. Okay. So they know about the Nile Spellbomb. Let's get a basic forest here and say go. So this means that basically Reclaimer is going to be a 3/4 whenever I want. Okay, so we're just going to get Saga now, and then Reclaimer is going to clock the Ren. Sack that, get Saga, tap, basic forest, play Sudan Orb, attack Ren. So I'm probably gonna make a construct now and then use Reclaimer to sack Saga so that I don't go down the land drop. Forgotten Cave's really scary alongside Ren. EE for 0. Okay, well, that sucks for me. I'm still gonna make a construct here, but okay. Yeah, so they're just gonna crack explosives. Would like to say that's fine, kind of isn't, but it's okay. Let's get a fetch land. Fetch land gives me more options. Sure. I can use Endurance to shuffle the Suranor back in the deck, which is nice. So let's get Springleaf Drum, play Reclaimer, and let's play Nail Spellbomb. Got access to Endurance if we need to. I'm not gonna crack Spellbomb for that. Ledger Shredder doesn't really do anything, I don't think. Sure. So this means that their Ren is gonna die now, which is good for me. Unless they want to chomp with Ledger Shredder, which I'm also fine with. Okay, so they can like sack the Treasure and the Monkey to block, but that's probably the better play. Okay, so I could cast Soul here, but I think killing Ren is gonna be more important. Ren down. They want to play my own Ren on 6. Yeah, I think so. Let's get a basic Mountain. Oh, I should have actually gotten a duel. My bad. Because now I'm not going to be able to Torak next turn. Yeah, yikes. I actually messed that up. Okay, pass the turn. I guess I don't want a double spell anyway. Maybe I should have gotten Saga back there. Maybe getting Saga was better. And Holy Heat Ren. Well, that's only 2. So I guess that's fine. Now they're gonna have to dash a Monkey to kill the Ren. Which they can do. Don't love it, but... Wow, are they gonna... Okay, yeah. My opponent goes... Oh, no, they go face with this. Wow, if I had a push, I could blow them out. Kind of greedy of my opponent, honestly. Killing that Ren seems very important. Okay, so... Let's crack Spellbomb here. Draw a card. See what we find. Another Reclaimer's not terrible. Looking for a black source so that I can... Okay, that's a black source. This is very interesting. Because I can Torak. I can Soul. I think I'm actually gonna... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm just gonna Reclaimer and say go. And the reason for this is that it plays around Dress Down the best. Swing for one of these Reclaimers. Opponent takes 3. Now we're going to be able to Endurance if we want to. End step, Joint Exploration. It's kind of okay. Don't care that much. We're going to have an army of 3/4s next turn. Iteration is strong. Okay. Okay, they find the forest. Ice Fang is a little bit of an issue. Monkey just cast is fine. Not super scary. And now, do I want to... Because I could go find a Saga here. Or I can go Endurance. So I have 6 mana. 6 mana. Yeah, I think I'm actually just... I'm just gonna go with a Saga, actually. And the reason for getting Saga here is so that I can get Shadow Spear going. Can go Torak plus token. Don't have any more basics. No more basics. Black, black. Torak. Do you have the Dress Down? If they have Dress Down, they have to use it now. Meaning that my Saga tokens are going to be better. Counterspell. Okay. Okay, so they have a free block on one of these Reclaimers. So I'm just going to chill. And I can choose here. I can make a construct or I can play Endurance instead. Cycle Forgotten Cave, that's fine. Kind of wish I had access to Bojuka Ball right here. Bojuka Ball would be pretty nice value. Brainstorm is good. Brainstorm is quite strong. So if I make a construct, then my tokens are going to be 3/3s. It's probably fine. Take 2. Could have blocked there. Another soul. 1, 2 to equip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suranor can make sure that I don't die. 7 mana. Can use 4. Huh. So they probably have an Ice Fang or 2. I do have to consider that. Oh, Suranor is gone. I forgot about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Soul of Windgrace. I can steal their land if I want to, which is hilarious. Okay. So that's cool and all, but I'm going to equip onto the Reclaimer here. The reason being the Reclaimer doesn't die in case of Dress Down. So this is going to go face. It's going to go face, and this is going to go Jace. Face, face, and Jace. Opponent can save the Jace if they have Dress Down. How does Dress Down work with Shadow Spear is the question, though. Nobody knows. Nobody can know. Well, I guess we just learned. Lifelink disappears. Good to know, I guess. Oops, 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 oops. So we can just do 3/3/4. That seems good. Making a 3/3/4 there seems pretty reasonable when we are a little bit behind. That's scary. Ping face, ugh. Can't be good. Ping face can't be good for me. And holy heat and die. All right. I've been got. My opponent's still gonna have. Still had all these. Opponent still had all these. All right. 0-1. Not the best start. See you next round. All right. Round number 2. This hand's kind of banger. Let's keep this. So I think I'm gonna go turn 1. I think I want to go turn 1 Stomping Ground into Ragavan. As much as it hurts me to not play Reclaimer on 1, turn 1 Monkey. It's very strong. Like if we draw a black source, we get to like destroy my opponent's blocker and then like play Reclaimer post combat. Sure. Well, let's attack. Do you have the removal spell, opponent? You don't. All right, we trigger. Electro Dominance has been revealed. Well, of all the things that I expected to flip off of this Ragavan, that was not in the short list, let me tell you. So I think I'm just gonna pass the turn back here, play around, restore balance. I can also just make a construct next turn. Oh, it's Living End, but with extra steps. Okay. Because, like, if they're playing Electro Dominance, that means that they can't play Cascade spells, right? Because that just doesn't work with Living End. That's a good draw, though. We're gonna go to combat first, see what's up. Get in there, monkey. Okay, Curator. I think we're just gonna play a Ren and plus it. And I'm gonna play Sudanor. It doesn't count. Oh, wait, they have counter spells? Oh. Well, I guess they're looking for Force of Negation. So if they let this Saga go... Okay, that's fine. So if they let this Saga go, that means that I can get Nihil Spellbomb. So I guess they're not playing Restore Balance. Maybe I should have played out the Reclaimer. Okay, so that means they're not going to be able to do their thing because they're missing the land drop. So it's just like blue-red Living, and I guess maybe with us Foretold. So I think I'm just going to make a construct. Now that I know that they're on Living End, like this puts pressure on them. Well, that sucks. Yep. Let's make a construct. Get a Nihil Spellbomb in play. Swing for 6. This is half the life total. See what we exile. Oh, look, a Living End. We're just gonna pass the turn. The only way they can not lose here is if they actually just cast Living End here. And then we're just gonna crack Spellbomb. Oh, I guess I forgot to gain 2 life. Whoops. That's also like the reason why I play this card out. But I think I'm just gonna Nihil Spellbomb, but I'm not gonna crack it because if I fail to find a land, that's gonna be like a really big problem. So there goes that. It's double Reclaimer. So we're just playing them out. They could have Fury. But I guess if they do have Fury, I can just like sack a land to the Sudanor and then I turn my Reclaimers into X-Force. So, Jesus. My opponent's deck sure is something, huh? So if I set a stop in their upkeep, I can upkeep Saga. Probably don't want to be doing that. Just Inquisition here. Not hitting no land drops is kind of brutal here. That Force on Ren ended up really paying off for my opponent. Force of Negation Hardcast. Okay. Pass the turn, I guess. I'm gonna sack the Snow-Covered Forest for a fetch land. I guess I can just go get the Proving Ground. Okay, so they have another Rhino, which is probably bad for me. Maybe I should have traded one for a token. Well, would like to get a Proving Ground there. And I'm just gonna serve here. I mean, I'm gonna attack for lethal, right? I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna get blown out somehow. We do have Terminate to kill one of the somethings. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just go down to 3. Okay, so you can play Reclaimer on drum. So they're gonna play this on my end step. Man, not hitting line drops is such a beating here. This is really annoying. So I think I'm just gonna have to pass here. And if they do have another force, they can force my Terminate. But if they do, then I can just like gain some life with Surinor. Can go up to 13, so they don't have lethal. And if they tap out, then I get to swing for lethal. Would really love to find a land. Yeah, take 7. Down to 2 we go. And now what? End step. Terminate that. So they do have force of negation. That's force number 3, by the way. So if I play a land, I get to Shadow Spear equip here. See if they have if they have like another removal spell, like another Brazen Borer or whatever. Like I'm just going to accept my fate. But this gives me the best chance at winning, I think. So we're just gonna attack. Opponent's forced to chomp. We gain 4. We go up to 6. Then we sack Boseiji to go up to 8. Survive at 1. And then we have lethal next turn again. Obviously, there's like a gazillion things that can work out poorly for me here, but opponent's gonna cycle Canopy Land once again. If they don't attack with Rhino token, I think I'm gonna be pretty heavy favored to win. Surinor low-key the MVP here. Allowing me to survive at 1. Take 7, on 1. Do you have a way to stop the unstoppable Reclaimer? Ugh, gross. So gross. Just get back 1 silly Street Wraith. Kind of brutal, actually. Okay. Interesting. So, I can go Drum, Reclaimer, and now I can suit up Shadow Spear. Probably on the Reclaimer. If I swing... it's gotta be on the Reclaimer. It's gotta be on the Reclaimer. We're gonna have to sack 2 lands to go to 2 because... Oh, actually I can just... I can just sack the Proving Ground and then the Street Wraith is not unblockable anymore. That's hilarious. That's so cute. I love it. So many Canopy lands. So many Canopy lands. I have to assume my opponent is going to be playing Blood Moon post-board. Like, I'm just going to assume that. They're just playing blue and red, and they have way too many, like, basics and stuff. They haven't shown me a fetch land, however. Unless I'm mistaken. No, they did show me Scalding Tarn. Okay, so they do have some fetches. So yeah, I'm definitely going to assume Blood Moon. Opponent on a 61 card strategy for game number 2. I respect it. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We got Monkey, we got Reclaimer, we got Ren and 6. What's not to love? What is not to love? It's not like my opponent's gonna have an answer to this Monkey, right? Just no way. Opponent cycles Riverwinder. Okay. Getting there, Monkey. That was an above average draw right there. Electro Dominance for 0. That's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. Moving on to the next game. Am I bringing in Necromancia? I really don't want to bring in Necromancia. Necromancia sucks. Yeah, I think this is just fine. I have so many answers for the for the Luminant side of things, but I don't really have anything for the Rhinos side of things. Besides just overpowering the Rhinos. Which honestly, it's doable, but turn 2 Rhinos is pretty strong. 61 card special worked last time, so why wouldn't it work this time? I'm gonna keep this hand. So we can go turn 1 Reclaimer. Probably off of Basic Forest here. Basic Forest, play Reclaimer. So go. Now turn 2, we can do a variety of things, which is nice. Okay, so we can go Drum into Thoughtseize. I'm doing this because this way I know whether I have to fetch for a basic or not. I guess they're looking for Force, because otherwise they should definitely not be cycling there. That gives me more information. Wow. Okay. So I can take the Rhinos, or I can take the Electrodominance. I think I'm gonna take the Electrodominance. Yeah, this may backfire, but it's okay. It is what it is. Let's get a basic. I guess I'm gonna get a basic Mountain, and that's what I'm gonna sack next turn to the Reclaimer. So my opponent's gonna be able to like Tormod's Crypt, I guess. Yeah. So now this means that they can actually just shock the Reclaimer regardless. Okay. I guess I should have gone to Swamp, huh? Yep. Guess I should have gone to Swamp. Alright, here we go. I'm protecting my life total here. My opponent's deck seems a little bit aggressive. The good thing is that now this Remand is fairly easy to play around. Oh, come on. Come on, really? Yeah. Must be nice. So, okay, so now we're going to sack the red source, get a Saga, get that party started, and I'm gonna try to overpower my opponent's Rhinos. I feel like I'm gonna have to resolve Torak this turn though. Terminate is not bad. So, Swamp. Huh. I guess what I can do is I can terminate one of the Rhinos and make a construct. I don't super hate that. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go for Torak. So black, black, black. And the reason for doing this, like if my opponent somehow keeps the Prismara command, like that's gonna be worse for them. It's gonna guarantee that this is a 4/3, meaning I can actually trade with one of the Rhinos. Remand and Borrower, so they kept the Prismara command. So that means that they're gonna be able to destroy an artifact, which is a little bit bad for me. The good thing is that they can't like draw 2, because if they discard 2, then my Torak becomes a 6/5, which is not good for them. So I think I'm just taking 8 here. Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna trade. So we take 5 down to 10. That means that Prismara command is just fine now. Okay, that's a monkey. So we get to make a construct, and I can sack this land. No, I'm just gonna make a construct. Not hitting land drop there kind of sucks for us, because I could. Man, this is close. I could just sack land here, just so I can keep this going, but that taps me out. I take 4. I guess I probably have to. Like, not hitting my land drop there means that I'm probably like a little bit in rough shape. I think my opponent is waiting until I find Surin Orb. The good thing is that if they do wait until I find Surin Orb, then they are not going to be able to kill the construct. Because like they would need to do it right now. Yeah. Yeah, so my opponent has so many choices with this Prismara command. It's crazy. Okay, that's fine. So I guess they're gonna shock, destroy artifact, which means that my So that means that my Surin Orb is gonna be fine. Okay, so we're gonna take 4 here. down to 6. And then we're going to be able to terminate the Rhino. We're going to be able to dash Monkey. And then, actually, because of that, the Saga token is going to be bigger than the Rhino, which is nice. Cycle, Fire Outlet. Okay. Spiral of Canal. Alright. Does that change anything? Don't think so. Just gonna dash Monkey here. Monkey. Opponent can't Prismari command the Monkey. Oh, that's devastating. Absolutely devastating. That's the best remand I've ever seen. That's like the best remand I've ever seen. Alright. Wow. Yep, that's the Sicko Blood. That is the absolute Sicko Blood. Now I get no Construct, I get no Terminate. Absolutely devastating. Wow. I should have played around that. It was very easy to do. It was very easy to play around that remand, but I honestly completely I didn't think about it at all. Alright, go to 2. Man, so brutal. I'm not super worried about my life total. Yeah. Well, we're making a construct here. That part is easy. Shadow Sphere. And... oh, again, I forgot to sack. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I deserve to lose. I am an idiot and deserve to lose. And this Terminate's looking a lot worse than Fatal Push will be looking. I think this is the timing for this. Black, red. Wait. Oh, they hard cast with Foretold. Okay. Yep. Just getting totally owned over here. Just getting completely owned. Also, the 2 life that I gained, that I lost, are gonna matter incredibly right now, because I'm gonna have to sack 2 lands here, as opposed to just sucking the 1. So now I can't. Yeah, I threw this game away. I think I was gonna be fine otherwise. Oh my. Oh my. I was forced to sack 1 too many lands here. Threw this game away. Definitely threw this game away. I guess I can play the Reclaimer here, which is a 3/4, so I have 2 blockers for my opponent's Rhino. But if they have another Windcold Raven, we lose. If they have... yeah, I threw this game away. That sucks. If they have Borrower, I guess it's close. Okay, that's good. That is good for me. Boseiju. Okay, so I can go Ren, because I need to start hitting my land drops. I don't think I'm gonna win this game if I don't hit my land drops. Oh, they have the force, dude. That's so brutal. Okay, so that means, I guess, that I'm not gonna be able to... I'm just gonna have to play this out. So I'm just gonna have to keep pushing through this as Foretold. Man, I feel like I was playing tight, and then I wasn't. I was playing tight, and then I was not. Okay, opponent 1 card in hand. Shadow Spear. 6, yeah. Brazen Borrower and we're dead. Prismari Command and we're dead. Multiple cards here that I cannot beat. Oh, they just take it. Interesting. Can I Thoughtseize here? Probably not. If I Thoughtseize, I guess I lose to Brazen Borrower, so probably can't Thoughtseize there. Alright, Cycle Islet. This match has been long. This match has been really long. The good thing is that we've blanked Living. Like, Living End has looked very bad from their side. We've been losing to the Rhinos. Like, the Rhinos has been like the good plan from their deck. The Living End side of things has not looked good. I mean, we're just very well equipped to deal with it, right? That's the deal. We're just well equipped to deal with it. Well, I'm gonna block your dude. The good thing about this is that this blanks Living End even further. If they do have that, then we're in trouble. So we can attack with both. That means I go up to 10. And like I assume my opponent's gonna block both on the construct, which means that I get to connect with Monkey, which allows me to cast Endurance then. So I think this is a fine attack. They also take 2. Again, I don't think that playing around things is a way to go about things here. Yeah, so they double block there, which means that Monkey connects. We trade with one of the Rhinos. Wind Color Raven. We're at 10, so they don't have lethal anymore. And we have Surprise Endurance on their end step, which would be exactly lethal. So if they attack with everything, we technically get them. This is fine, we take it. Down to 2. Once again, Suran Orb being extremely clutch. We lose to Remand. What is this? Solve the equation. Ugh. Yeah, that's probably good enough. If they find Rhinos. No. Ugh. Okay, yep. So I guess it didn't matter in the end. I guess it didn't end up mattering in the end. So we go up to 6, we block lifelink, go up to 6, take 12. Probably doesn't work. Oh, man, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I guess no. Actually, we would have won because if I had gained the 2 life from the Saga, that means I don't need to sack the basic forest, which means that I get to use the basic forest to cast Boseiju and blow up the Foretold. So my opponent doesn't have an Foretold anymore, and they lose because their deck doesn't do anything. So yeah, I would have won if I hadn't made the mistake. Close game. Fun deck from my opponents, probably just more fun than good, but it was very cool. Like I lost to the Rhinos. The living end side of things did not look particularly great, but the Rhinos did coming clutch. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing here, but I think it's just too much life. I guess I'm gonna go through the motions because, you know, I guess I'm just no problem in doing so, but oh, their last card is Force. Well, never mind then. All right, GG's. See you in the next match. All right, yeah, keep this. Looks pretty solid. So classic turn 1, go to 15. I guess we can just like not fetch, which is fine. I kind of want the fetch land to be in the graveyard though. Fetch land being in the graveyard gives me more options down the line. We're on the play and we can go turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Rend, so. We could also go turn 1 Fatal Push instead, but like turn 1 Thoughtseize. My opponent mulliganed as well. So let's get Overgrown Tomb. Thoughtseize you. Oh, it's this. Stake Grist, I guess? If they go turn 1 Ignoble Hierarch, just gonna feel the Wrath of Ren. Oh, wait, what? Why would they play the worst possible land and also show me the card that they just drew at the same time? They do play the Ignoble, so we're gonna be in a good spot here. Boop. They do get to kill the Ren now, but seems fine considering I'm gonna have access to Saga, and like this seems like a fine exchange, I think. Wait, they pass the turn? Why would they pass the turn? Well, now we probably just win, right? I am very confused. Like they just play Geist and they kill the Ren in 6. Okay, I'll take it. Do I want to blow up the speed land to deny them the draw later? I mean, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna be using that Boseiju anyways. It doesn't do anything in this matchup, so. And my opponent there didn't cycle, but I think it's just the correct play to just let it go. They get a Swamp instead of a dual land. Alright. Blossom Boseiju, play Mire, say go. Pretty good shape here. Basic Forest. Are they setting up Magus? But if they are, like, it doesn't matter, we just push it and we just move on with our lives, so. Certain Magus doesn't really do anything. Alright. Young Wolf resolves. Another Young Wolf also resolves. Let's make a construct. Fetch for Triumph. Untap. Now I swear that I'm gonna remember to to float the mana for Saga. To gain the life from Saga. Oh. Well, I guess that's better. So let's get Nile Spellbomb. Let's plus on Ursa Saga. Play Saga for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Titania. Get fetch land. Also, did I just forget to gain the life again, even though I just said that I was gonna gain the life? Oh, this is funny. This is very funny. I got stuck thinking about how good was Titania of a draw, and I forgot to, you know, play the game. How many times can I point out an interaction and then like ignore it over and over and over again? How many times can somebody do that? Sure. I'm just gonna start beating now with some 5/3s. Don't mind if I do. There's no real reason to push right here, so okay. Plus on a land, play land. We are just outrageously far ahead right here, so we got triple removal spell in hand. Feeling like this is gonna work out for the good guys. Make a construct. Pass priority. I don't think I care about exiling that thing just yet. I guess I could have exiled everything, so maybe that was good. Yeah, that was probably good. I mean, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I could have like pushed one, bolted the other one. All of those Undying Trigger on the stack, just crack Nile Spellbomb. I don't think we can really lose from here anyway, so not very worried about that, but it may have been the better play. And by may have been, obviously, I mean it was definitely the better play. Also, I guess I could have combo killed my opponent. I just didn't really think about it. The thing is, like, I'm so far ahead that I don't even need to do that. And I'm not really sure if my opponent has seen the Titania plus Surin Orb interaction before. So I'm not even sure that I want to show them. So I can just keep slowly but surely doing the thing here. Okay. Make construct. Gain life. Hey, finally figured out. Finally figured out. Spelllift Drum. Plus on Saga. Play Saga. There's that, there's that, there's that, and there's that. I guess let's just lethal them. Alright. Yawgmoth. Necromantia seems good. Terminate is fine, probably. Lightning Ball's good. Monkey probably sucks. Veil of Summer? Question mark? Probably the Nile Spellbombs are fine. I'm not super into the Endurances, but I think the Nile Spellbombs could be pretty good. And I just really want to play this card. Really want to play that card. Cut one Inquisition. One Necromantia. Just keep one Necromantia. I don't think Necromantia is like super good against them or anything. Probably keeping this hand a little bit land heavy, but just a little bit land heavy, but it's probably want to keep 7 again with the turn 1 Pete land. Bird. If I find a push, I'm probably gonna kill that. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. So let's get Blood Crypt, and I think I want to go with Spellbomb. Don't have a creature for drum. If I find Reclaimer, I'm gonna regret it, but like I cut the monkeys, so I only have Reclaimer to punish me for not playing drum on 1. And just having the Spellbomb in play is kind of nice. Another bird. And yeah, wolf. Okay. They missed land drop. Would love to see some removal. It's not removal. Here's a basic forest. And I'm like with my opponent missing land drop, I'm going for that right there. Next turn, we may be able to just like minus on Ren on Yawgmoth and then exile Spellbomb. If they hadn't missed their land drop there, I may just plus the Ren instead. But they didn't have... They could have had a 3-drop to play last turn that they were not able to play, so... I guess I could also just like... If they attack with Yawgmoth at the Ren, and I can just minus on the birds... just move on with my life. Like just cashing the Ren for 2 Birds of Paradise, call that a good trade, and then take it from there. And I guess my best throw would be another Ren and 6. Okay. Second Yawgmoth. Okay. Like Noble Hierarch. Yeah. With them missing another land drop, I'm just gonna... And them not having a 2-drop either. I'm just gonna cash in this Ren and 6. Very good draw. So we're just cashing in Ren. Play Reclaimer, play Saga. I'm just gonna play a drum. Oh, they could have Force. I think that's fine though. Like if they cash in Force right here, I just get my card back. It's a 2-for-1 in my favor, so that's probably fine. And then Reclaimer, like it also turns the Reclaimer into a 3-4. Yeah, this is perfectly fine actually. Yep, this is perfectly fine. Also, my opponent 2-for-1 themselves, they exile the cord for it, so looking good. Looking pretty good here. We're gonna be able to Titania next turn, which is pretty hot. Opponent finds another Pete land. Love to see it. So they're pretty far away from Yawg. It's a pretty good draw. Here's a Springleaf Drum. So I'm gonna sack the basic. I guess I'm gonna have to kill that one. But I can kill that next turn though. Yeah, so we can just suck Blood Crypt, I guess. Go find Saga. And the reason to sack Blood Crypt there is because of Magus. Oh, they have another one? Oh, okay, another one. Okay, so Overgrown Tomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 blah. Get a fetch land. Fetch. Get a 5/3. Get a basic mountain, bolt the bird. Here we go. Another interesting question is what to get off of the Saga. Opponent could have Grist or something like that. Evil. Okay, looks like no. So let's make a construct here. And with this trigger on the stack, I'm gonna Reclaimer for another Saga. And let's get Nihil Spellbomb so I can't just get comboed out of nowhere. It's not very likely to happen, but this makes their core the worse. So I think this is fine. Now we just have lethal next turn. Alright. Got there versus Yawg. Okay, what do we got here? Fine looking hand. Turn 1 Reclaimer. Can't ask for too much more. Turn 1 Reclaimer. Turn 2 Saga probably. Spirebluff Canal. Monkey. Yeah. Do I want to play a fetch land? I don't. Just gonna go with this, I think. I'm not gonna attack because I guess if my opponent offers to trade, I'm gonna take it. If they dash a monkey. But I definitely want to push there so that I can play around counterspell. Opponent bubbles themselves before doing anything else. Flooded Strand. Keep card on top. Okay. There's a land. And I think now I do attack. Consider. The good thing is that if my opponent wants to turbo out a Murktide, like that's perfect. That's exactly what I want to happen. Quite literally exactly what I want to have. Flooded Strand into a passing of the turn. Okay. So let's get a Blood Crypt here. Just gonna make a baby construct. It's okay, baby. You'll grow up. You will indeed grow up. Our opponent's gonna be... They're gonna have the choice as to whether they wanna... Oh, they steal. Well, that's perfectly fine. Alright, you got me. Let's go. Man, this is close. I think I want to go with Springleaf Drum. Now we swing for 4. Like opponent has a 3/4, but like it's actually a 1/2. Looks like a 3/4, but it's not. It's most definitely not. So by getting Springleaf Drum there, now next turn I'm gonna be able to, like, I guess, double spell by activating Reclaimer and also terminating. So that's kind of what I was going for. Again, if opponent goes for Murktide, unless they also have a land drop and counterspell, I don't care about that too much. Also, if they do go for that, Shredder. I don't think that matters. DRC. I don't think that matters either. Discard Steam Vents. So I can make Reclaimers 3/4 at instant speed, which is nice. So, serve. Kind of nice that this Nile spell won't take care of both. It does make dudes into 3/3s though. Interesting. Very interesting block. So I think what my opponent's trying to set up here is so that they just bolt this and then this dies. Is that fine? Actually, they can't do that unless I allow them to. So this is, I think this is fine. We're just gonna pass the turn back. Oh, they can heat there. Yeah, if they have heated there, then we were in trouble. But again, don't care too much about Murktide. Iteration, that's fine. Okay, so that puts me in really good shape. Like, the iteration effectively kills them, if I'm not mistaken. Sparkle of Canal has been revealed. The card doesn't matter. Activate Reclaimer. Find Saga. Now the question is, do I want to make my construct smaller? I don't think so. And I don't want to cast Terminate into a counter spell there either. So we're just going to chill. Opponent needs to chump block here though. Which is good, because I don't have to do anything about this. Yeah, that's fine. Now, my constructs are going to be lethal next turn regardless, so I don't need to, like, dump my mana into doing stuff. Yeah, pass the turn back. Sure. Maybe I should have played a Reclaimer. Maybe I should have played a Reclaimer there. DRC. Yeah, I want to super that. They're gonna get to counterspell here, which allows them to connive. But again, I don't think that matters too much, because we're just gonna have 3 lethal threats, and they can only have 1 card. So this is just fine. Just attack with everything. Best card in hand they can have is Unholy Heat, and that doesn't do anything. So it's just a shock. Alright, Murktide. So terminate for sure. Veil of Summer, I think it's probably gonna be fine. I do like Endurances, knowing that my opponent's playing DRCs. And besides that, do we care about Monkey is the question. I could see cutting 1 soul. Rans are probably great. I could see cutting monkeys on the draw and bringing them back on the play. Do like Nile Spellboom a fair bit. Can probably just go with 4 Thoughtseize. Like, Thoughtseize in Murktide is probably pretty important. And we just turn into sort of the control deck. Oh, they're gonna have Blood Moon, that's true. So bring in Boseiju, cut an Ursa Saga. But yeah, they're definitely gonna have some Blood Moon effects. We want to be ready for those. Definitely want to be ready for those. I wonder if Torag is good. Probably not. I don't think Torag, at least not on the draw. Maybe on the play. If I can land an early Torag, I can sort of get away with the game, but... So this hand plays really well around... This hand plays really well around Blood Moon. We have 2 Reclaimers, and they can be 3/4 as early as turn 2. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this. I think I'm game. Now the question is, do I trade if my opponent offers a trade with a monkey? Probably I do, because I don't really want to be facing a turn 2 Blood Moon. Put them most to 6. Bubble first. Bubble themselves. Misty and Fetch. Okay, so I guess they didn't like what they saw. Okay. So, if I play Reclaimer, my opponent can bolt it. If I play if I don't play Reclaimer, if I just play a tapped land, my opponent can potentially consider. Interesting spot. I think I play around the removal spell. Okay, sweet, awesome. So they went with mana unused, which is good for me. And now I can spend this turn to find my Triumph, and next turn I can, if I want to, I can just double Reclaimer. Okay, so let's get my Triumph. And it's not great. Would have taken another fetch land, but that is actually not. So I'm going to now go for it and play both Reclaimers. I'm gonna have the Bolt and Holy, yeah, sure, whatever. Snow-covered Forest. Play another one. Say go. The funny thing here is, like, if they have Blood Moon, like, I don't care at all, which is nice. Even better if they have Magus. I don't have to shock. It's value. Iteration's good though. I will say that iteration's probably good. I guess that I can upkeep Saga. Probably not worth though. Oh, they found in Holy Heat. Okay, never mind. Reclaimer's dead now. Yep, these expressive iteration cards pretty good. Your go, opponent. Dashed Monkey. Okay. Alright. Did you keep Spellpierce, opponent? No, you did not. The Murktide. Oh, unlicensed Hers. Okay. It's not the worst. Hers kind of sucks a little bit for us. Kind of sucks a little bit. Like, it's slightly problematic. Slightly problematic. Not unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination, but like I'd rather not have to deal with it. Second iteration is very good. Second iteration is very, very good. Like, that's gonna be a problem. Hopefully they just do something like play a Murktide and I can punish them. Just terminating it. Monkey. Okay. Start to feel that this Murktide deck's pretty messed up, huh? Bubble, second main phase. So they crack Bubble on my upkeep, which makes sense because they saw that I have Discord spell, so they know that I have a Terminate. Unfortunately, there's not really anything that I can do here. Like, I'm just gonna play my Titania, and it's not gonna be great, but I'm asking my opponent the question, do you have the Lightning Bolt or the Heat? Yeah, this Hers turned out to be very, very good. Stop my Ren value, stop my Titania value. It's threatening to be a big threat as well. Doesn't kill Ren currently, but my opponent has 4 cards in hand. And things are getting scary. But I'm looking for that removal spell with Consider. Soul will actually be pretty good here. If I find Soul, I can actually steal my opponent's lands, which is kind of nice. So now that I know that they have unlicensed Hers, I think that I'm gonna go for more Boseijus. So they very likely have Counterspell, which is bad for me. But Counterspell is somewhat beatable. This Hers though, Jesus. The amount of work it's done. So they finally found Murktide. There's the Murktide. And I guess here's the Terminate. And I can draw another Titania, that's why I'm playing right here. I imagine my opponent's just gonna counterspell this anyway. Oh, Archmage's Charm. Okay, that's good for me. We have a third Terminate, so maybe we draw that? No. Okay, seen enough. Yeah, that license Hers was devastating. Fourth of Boseiju coming in over second Overgrown Tomb, and maybe the Soul is better than I'm giving it credit for. Veil of Summer's probably not very good in the matchup, but Inquisition is also interesting, just so we have more actual amount of discard spells. Just so I can get rid of iterations, really. My opponent probably sided out some number of DRCs, maybe some number of birds as well. Maybe we can do that. I still don't think I want monkeys. I don't think that's what this matchup's going to be about. It's just going to be a little bit too easy to answer. Maybe I should be cutting Reclaimers, actually. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Had not thought about cutting Reclaimers. Cut a couple of Reclaimers for a couple of Endurances? Huh. That's very interesting. I'm kind of into it. Inquisition, Torak. And now our threats are Renan 6, Endurance, Soul of Windgrace, Titania, and Torak. And we are sort of like mono removal deck. Sure. Man, this is a risky hand. This is a risky hand. So turn 1 Blood Crypt, Inquisition, which means we get to get rid of any answer they could have to my Rhinos 6. But we really need to find something to do with. Well, that was easy. Really need something to do with our land drops. Play Misty is interesting. Easiest land drop of my life. Basic Forest. Never seen an easiest land drop in my entire life. Also the best possible one. The best possible land drop too. A fetch land that gives me the color that I don't have currently. You'll love to see it. Then I draw a Saga. I'm still gonna play the Verdant Catacombs so I can go find a basic forest if I have to. A basic swamp, sorry. So I can cast Soul of Windgrace next turn. Alright, it's a good draw. Most definitely a good draw. Most definitely a good draw. Which means we're gonna get to Resolve Soul, which my opponent cannot answer with a single land. Also, we get to mess up with their Delirium thanks to the Soul by stealing their land. Well, they found DRC. Well, that's dead. Oh, they did that into my active Ren? Okay. Just gonna Resolve Soul here. You're a Misty Rainforest. Has the turn. I'm happy enough cracking this Nile Spellbomb for no value. My opponent kind of has to answer both of these. And probably if I get to untap with this, I win. Doesn't really matter what my opponent's doing over there. The game is just over. We know they have Heat and Misty Rainforest. And that's it. Alright, so opponent plays Flooded Strand, passes the turn. Now we're kind of feeling like $1 million here, right? So here we draw a card. At this point, I think that my opponent can basically get Delirium going whenever they want. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna fetch with their land. I think I do want to shock though, because I can draw a card with Soul here. Yeah, so I think that I'm just going to. We can just regen this now. So let's just plus, and let's play land, combat, attack, and I'm just gonna get Sorin Orb. I have to make sure that I just don't get randomly erased, and I die like an idiot. So I have to keep an eye out for my life total. They draw 2. That's fine. We can draw cards. We can regen. We can do whatever the hell we want. The world is our oyster. So I'm probably not gonna make a construct. I don't think. Okay, so they play a land. Well, now I guess I am. No, actually no. Let's just fetch for a Sagot, like the other Triumph. And now we just untap. Yep. So float mana. Get orb. Thoughts is you. I guess I should have ran first. Like, this was a mistake. Should have ran there. Dress down. Sure. The good thing is, like, if they kill the Soul, they don't kill the Ren, right? So my opponent is under a significant amount of pressure here. And I actually have another Soul now, so I can just do that instead. You just realize that it's just too much. Too much. Did not look half bad. Not half bad. Let's see what happens in the next match. Alright, so 4 lands, 2 monkeys, and a Sorin Orb. I guess. It's not the best hand I've ever seen, but Can we find some okay. That is half the piece of the puzzle in this matchup. That is half of the piece of the puzzle. Can we find the other half, which is Boseiju? Because if we do, we connect it with Ragavan, we cast Ren, and we can just Boseiju them every turn for the rest of the game. This Chalice? Yeah, Chalice doesn't do anything now. Never mind, I guess it does something. Alright, hit ya. Ursa Saga has been exiled. Yeah. I really wish I had found the card that wins me the game there, but unfortunately no such luck. Do they have the turn 3 Natty Tron? No. Basic Swamp instead. As we do find another 1-drop. Karn the Great Creator. Right now, exiled right here. Karn. Oh, we actually can't cast this thing unless we naturally draw our Ursa Saga, which is very funny. No need for me to show them this one. Oh, because of Thoughtnot's here, I probably should have played it there. Okay, they don't have it. So this is Eldrazi Tron, actually. Hey, hey, that's the card I'm looking for. Okay, Expedition map. Actually. So I can blow up Chalice of the Void. So blow up Chalice, 1 mana. Get back Boseiju. I can find Saga with this. That seems worth doing. So this should be game if they don't have another basic swamp. And I guess even if they do, probably also they do have another basic swamp. Okay. Do you have another basic swamp? Looks like they don't. So here's an Inquisition. Alright. So they can't have Tron. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this, but we're not gonna crack it. We're going to play Bloodstained Mine. I'm just gonna Thoughtseize the Thoughtnots here. Because if I Thoughtseize the Thoughtnots here, then they have a handful of uncastables. So, alright. Nice, 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 nice. So, Boseijus are good, as we just saw. Bolt's probably not where I want to be. Force, probably okay. Actually, I guess they have Ursa Saga. I exiled the Saga, so we know that they have Saga, so probably that's fine. Don't care for Nile Spellbomb. Terminate. And I guess Thoughtseize. We go with this. I could consider Torak. It's close. We are going bigger than a normal John deck, which is... So this is very slow. But we can eventually get access to Rainbow Seiju. Expedition map. Okay. Okay. So let's go turn 1 Inquisition. See what they got, what they're cooking with over there. So Chalice doesn't do anything, so I think I'm just gonna take the Matter Reshaper here. As awkward as that is. And this Expedition map doesn't do anything. Like if they play Saga, they lose the game. Oh, they drew another Eldrazi Temple. That's a really decent draw. Oh yes, please. Oh please. I'm salivating over here. Yep, that works. Actually, just gonna pass the turn. And the reason for passing there is because I think I want to save the Force for the Ursa Saga. It means that my opponent is gonna be able to crack the Expedition map, but it's effectively a time walk. So now that trigger on the stack. So their hand is Ursa's Mine, Reality Smasher, 1 unknown. The good thing is like Titania lines up fairly well against these cards. It's not a bad one. So they know about that, so I'm gonna play that. Plus play Reclaimer. Pass the turn. So we can turn Reclaimer into a 3/4 if we wanted to for whatever reason. Don't think we're interested in doing that though. Let's see what they crack map for. Another Saga. Okay. They're just gonna go for it. They are. Okay. Not playing around second Force. It's probably okay to not do that. Here comes Smasher. Yeah. Should definitely attack there. That's fine. Like I don't love that the rain is gone, but it's kind of okay. Do I care about Saga? I think it plays around Peating Needle better, so this is fine. I guess if they have all this dust, it's bad. They could also have Thought Knot. Thought Knot would actually be a kind of a big problem here. Please be another Smasher. Please, please, please. Excellent. Take 10. Okay, so fetch that away. Tap the land. 2 mana, sack here. I could put a Boseiju in play. Do I want to pop the Saga earlier? I probably do. So let's just do that. Okay. Play land. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Good fetch land. And fetch for basic forest. And you've got me if you have all this dust. So we lose to all this dust. But I think I'm fine losing to all this dust. Now the question is, am I okay with losing to Peating Needle? Because they can actually tutor for Peating Needle if they have it in their deck. I don't think they're gonna have it. I think that if they did have Peating Needle, it would be Spyglass and it would be out of the current Wish board. So I'm not gonna play around Needle. And I'm very well aware that I could get got here, but I just don't think that my opponent has Peating Needle in their deck. If they do, they get me. But I don't think they have it. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. That is how it goes sometimes. They're tapping 2 mana there for Chalice. That doesn't matter whatsoever. So like this means that they can't gain like a bunch of life. But like I'm still gonna have a gazillion elemental tokens though. We can even make constructs here. The nice thing about making constructs is that they don't get got by... They're gonna be pretty reasonably big. So they're gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually, let's make a construct here. And I think that I'm gonna get... I think I want to guarantee that I just don't lose here. So let's just Shadow Spear, suit up one of these bad boys. Get in there for 11. With some lifelink sprinkled in there. Yeah, if they're gonna block one of these, they should block the other one. Again, all this dust or bust. This is the only card that matters here. We're too far ahead. Karn can't get bridge, so doesn't matter. There we go. Alright everybody, that was fun. I had a really good time playing this deck. I thought it was fun. I thought it was doing something pretty powerful. Like we definitely went a little bit over the top of what the mid-range decks were doing. Yeah, I made a couple of misplays that could have cost me, that definitely cost me the game against the Living End Rhinos mashup over there. And then of course I just got completely bodied by the Temur deck. The other 3 decks were bested, including the Blue-Red Murktide deck, which it was nice to see. It was nice to see that we could line up pretty well versus Murktide, and I felt fairly comfortable in that matchup too. Like Soul of Windgrace looked really good in that matchup right there. Besides that, I feel like this is a pretty solid main deck. I'm not sure about the whole 3-3 split. It's possible that this is definitely like the best starting split, right? Like, so we get like a little bit of a feel for which one of the cards is better and blah, 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 blah. But I am pretty sure that Titania is just better. Like, it's more overall impactful than Soul of Windgrace. Soul of Windgrace, however, is very, very nice up the curve, right? Like, it is smoother up the curve, which is very, very interesting. So it's possible that this is just the best split, straight up. But it's really, really hard to tell when, you know, I only have 5 matches with the deck under my belt. So definitely a lot more exploring to be doing with that. Reclaimer looked very, very good throughout the entire league. Like, it looked fantastic. Like, I felt like it was doing something very, very strong. It was turning a bunch of my opponent's cards into just dead cards. I was considering bringing something like Bojuka Bog. Bojuka Bog is like the only land that I could consider adding to the deck. Bojuka Bog, you know, then there's like a bunch of other options like Blast Zone and whatnot. But I think that Bojuka Bog is the only one that is in terms of Reclaimer toolbox, the most powerful one because it's the most impactful in an immediate kind of way. So that was definitely something that I was considering when building the deck. I thought that the mana requirements were a little bit too steep. Like obviously Bojuka Bog, if you ever naturally draw your Bojuka Bog, like your Ren and 6 is just uncastable, and then like you have your Sagas that only tap for colorless, and you have your Versages that don't cast your Inquisitions and your Bolts and stuff, and your Terminate. So your mana requirements are a little bit steep, particularly considering that we have these many colorless sources in Urza's Saga. So definitely something to keep in mind when adding extra lands to the shell like this. But this felt pretty good. Like, I don't think that I would ever want to go down to 24 lands. People that play like the John Saga deck with 24 lands are just maniacs to me. And obviously it's even more obvious or even more pronounced when you're trying to go to 4 and 5 as the top of your curve, right? So that's why I'm adding Springleaf Drum, which in my other versions of Naya lands, I'm not playing Springleaf Drum, but I'm playing Flagstones instead, right? So in those versions of the deck, then it's a little bit easier to get there with Titania just by having access to Reclaimer, because you can just like do the Flagstone thing and start ramping. So we don't have access to that, so I need to build the deck in a little bit of a different way. But this felt good, felt strong, and I had a lot of fun. The sideboard is not good though. So if you're gonna be playing something like this, I think that the main deck is nice. Like this is a very, very solid starting point. Definitely mess around with the sideboard because this is not it. This is definitely not it. But it was a fine first rough draft. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you did enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, of course. And if you're interested in supporting the stream, you can do so through Patreon. You can do so through booking coaching sessions, and also you can do so with simple donations. So all of the information you need are the links in the description of the video down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.